They amaze me every day. They amaze me every day. And then they laugh at me because I get amazed. Calm down, Steve. Oh, I can't stand it. So read it again. And one more time. Read it one more time. Okay. This is really this is a proud and exciting moment for me because the next two poets you're going to hear are, I've been in the classroom for over 30 years, and I've never come across two kids like this. Sharna's poetry is the imagery is stunning and shocking and revealing and original, but at the same time accessible, and that's not easy to do. Laura's poetry, I'll come over there. Laura's poetry is, to start with, flawless. And she touches on themes in a way that she shouldn't be able to at her age. It's just absolutely an amazing gift. And her voice is completely different from Sharna's. So we'll start with, and by the way, last year, as it says in the program, not only was Laura a semi-finalist in the Central Garden Poetry Festival, which is the top poetry prize in Connecticut, maybe in New England, but on the same day she found out that she won the Impact Connecticut Writing Poetry Project Award for poetry on the same day. So that was a pretty good day. And if I remember correctly, you started the day crying because of something. So anyway, Sharna Kinney.
Hello, Suicide Hotline. My name is Irrelevant. Let's talk for a little while. No, Irrelevant. I don't want to talk. You don't want to hear about the things in my heart that would break yours.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to alternate?
Apparently. Alright, this is called Deceived. You caress girls who don't even know who they are yet, always younger and gawky, and you stand aside tall and overbearing by a girl who doesn't even know what to do with her hair. Some almost woman who still hunches her shoulders and can't control her laughing. You are just a tall boy with a talent for picking out almost women.
Please inherit the plague and forget me when you die. Because I can't tell you why she makes me smile, so it's best that you tie the bag over your head and wait for the smell of raspberries. Her chasm of a body overcasts the sun when she tells me her name, breath like ink on my collarbone. The name was Odette, something to scream at night into the cracked Pacific sky.
blonde hair that you left behind, forming strange lights against the black. It fills my room, so even though I saw you only for the worth of 3 blinks, you drift in and out of my breath, impossible to forget for even a moment. You told me I would look good in this, and I was surprised how much you cared how I view myself. But you don't know how many poems I've written about you, and him, and me. Like last year is in the pounding of every footstep I take.
Cancer comes to shake your hand in the doorframe, all knuckles, paler than your blood, and wrapping the bricks of your body in a white flag. You have known death for all your life, but you could not remove the skull mask until now, until you realized I was breathing in the deceased, and the names on the graves have fallen off my cracked lips. I know you. I have been here longer than the trees. I could recognize your face far beyond the yellow sickness of your dying eyes and touch my bones to the road maps of your veins. You'll guide me home with the last words you speak. Come up from the distance to tie your hair with mine, touch foreheads, and wonder if we're doing the right thing.
This is called secondhand. Remember when I wore your watch? You said it belonged to your uncle, to be careful with it. But I would never carelessly knock it against things to make the time stop. When I gave it back, I made you remove it from my wrist, and I can still remember the way you cautiously undid the band, and the way your fingertips touched the see-through skin over my veins.
And Laura Salazar. Do you have more? Can you do one more each? Do you have them? Okay, that would be great.
Yay.
Huh? Sure, sure. Let me just say something.
Yeah, talk more.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't get any better than that in terms of poetry. High school, college, professional, published people, that's as good as it gets. It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to even comprehend where they find those things. But I'm glad that they do. You gonna do another one each?
This is called White Bricks. I'm unhappy in the back of a car, and every time I slip from the edge of a wake, I think about the way her eyes close when she laughs so hard that she makes no sound. I want some plastic man to notice her and her thoughtful opinions. Her wisdom inherited from divorced parents, from people she doesn't know that she spends Thanksgiving with, and from friends whom she feels awkward embracing. I want this man to make her know her own sheltered beauty, tell her she will become so much. I want him to realize how singular she is among these other girls and to see what I have learned about her.
Feeding off of the terrible, terrible things, knocking babies from the trees, snapping the cords their throats are suspended from, and staring as their lifeless shapes disappear into the water. I wondered if I was the only one who just wasn't feeling it. The bodies around the lake looked back, dark-skinned, waiting for nothing to happen with blackness on the breeze. We braided our nooses in silence, little girls braiding their hair behind us.